Okay, we're now going to be going into a black mangrove forest, and we're going to be going up on a boardwalk here, and I want to call your attention to the fact that oftentimes a lot of leaves up here on the boardwalk, and when it gets wet, this can be very slippery, so please be careful, watch your step. I also want to point out to you that we're coming off the maritime hammock, the elevation over there, 5 to 6 feet, and you can see it gradually going down to perhaps about 1 foot above sea level. So it's going to be kind of a highly saline environment in here. Now we have our friends the mangroves back again. We have the red mangrove here. There's a buttonwood tree right here with those long furrows on it. And over there, that black tree, that's a black mangrove. And we'll have some white mangroves in here a little further up the trail here. Now the difference between the black mangrove forest and the tidal swamp is that the tidal swamp is inundated twice a day. Here, the forest gets inundated only during periods of storm, particularly in the winter months. Salt water will invade this area. It did rain last night, so we do have a lot of rain in here, fresh water that accumulates in here. So this is, since it's a wetland and it's dominated by trees, it is called a swamp. But since it's not inundated like the tidal swamp is, we have a lot of other vegetation growing in here. For example, this one right here is a threatened plant. It's called a Florida maytin. They're quite rare. As far as we know, this is the only place where this particular species grows in Lee County. Here now is a white mangrove. The white mangroves like to be at a little higher elevation. They can take saltwater inundation. They prefer not to get a lot of it though. They have the main characteristics that allow them to survive in a highly saline environment like the other mangroves have. Very unique plant with these little oval leaves. And let's see, what else do we have here? That's interesting. Let's go over here. Right here. All the stuff growing up around here, green stuff like this. This is a lichen, which is a combination of a fungus and an algae, and they come in different forms and shapes and colors. Now the water table might be less than a foot down. And whatever grows down here has to have a strategy for surviving in the salt. We know how the mangroves do it, but here, the vegetation that grows here are succulents. They have rather large leaves to them, or very fat leaves, and sometimes the strategy will be to collect and hold water in their leaves and in their stems. But oftentimes their metabolic rate's entirely different. Instead of using water to metabolize, they'll use an acid. So that's how these particular ones, this is called a saltwort right here. Over here, let's see if I can find something else here. Yes, right here. Another succulent right here. You see that very kind of a fat leaf right there? There's a little yellow flower like that. It's a member of the aster family. It's, like they'll store water in that leaf so it can survive. Here we go. The plant right here looks like the herb rosemary. This is called Christmas berry. And notice that little fat little leaf there? That's an indication that it too is a succulent. It likes to store water in that leaf. Right around Christmas time, it will have a little red berry. And that's how it got its name, Christmas berry. That concludes our walk of the Black Mangrove Forest.